Hey everybody, just wanted to give a quick update on GM Binder, some of the things that we've released recently, as well as some features that are in the works. The first thing I want to start out with, though, is to thank everybody that has been supporting GM Binder. We've been out there for about a month now. We've been pretty active in the community, trying to follow up and answer questions and hear feature requests and hear complaints. We've certainly had a number of complaints, but wanted to say thanks and to everybody that's given it a shot and is continuing to publish documents with Binder. It's pretty sweet seeing something that you've created, something that you spent a bunch of time away from the family and friends and everything else working on, and see people actually putting it to use. So thanks again. In addition, the Patreons that have supported Binder, it's really cool to see that happen. We only have a handful right now, but that's not really the point. We certainly appreciate it. It's buying beer for us, and that's super awesome. One thing that we are doing is I've changed the message up here. It's not in production yet, but when binders go live, this will go out there. Basically, we'll set a flag in the database to get rid of the red message that's up there, and there's a little friendlier message there. So, anyways, getting into it. This weekend we did release spell checking within the editor of the document. So if you're in here, you're going to start to see the red squiggle lines. Unfortunately, or I shouldn't, for the time being, it will spell check code. I think we can prevent that from happening, so that way we won't check for your styles and that sort of thing. Spell check that and try to focus just on the content. One thing that will not be supported, at least for the foreseeable future, is recommendations. So you're not going to be able to get a recommendation on the correct spelling of a word within this. It will just be an indicator that it is a misspelled word. So anyways, pretty cool feature. I was super pumped to get that out there, and was quite honestly, I was pretty surprised that we were able to get it to work. So awesome. The next thing, now this one is a work in progress. This feature is not in production. So I've started to build out binders. This has been something that was one of the main reasons for creating GM Binder. It's been kind of put to the back burner for the last few weeks as I've been working with numerous people to try to get the rendering of documents to look good. And now that we've started to solidify that, I've come back now to start working on Binder, because this is a feature that I really want. Whether anybody else uses it or not is quite honestly irrelevant to me, because it's something that I want to manage. I manage my campaign inside a binder, and I don't like having a 20, 30, 40 page document in one document. I would much prefer to break that out into multiple documents. So that's the intent of binders. So with that, when we go into my binders, I have a test binder in here, very simple. You'll be able to create a new binder. Right here, I can't type and talk at the same time, but you get the idea. Click the button, it'll create a new binder. And this screen will continue to flesh out. There is definitely anticipated functionality at the binder level. The ability to add specific people to share to instead of just sharing to the public like you can right now with your documents. We do intend to allow, we'll call it party edition, to add your players to a binder or to a document even. Those sorts of things will come down the road. But anyways, when we go into my binder, we see a list very similar to my documents, but it is limited to the documents that are inside of your binder. This is intended to have the same functionality as the document list, so you can go straight into editing, you can go straight into sharing and versioning and all of that stuff that you can do from the document list, but this will just filter it down. Again, as the binder functionality fleshes out, there will be more features here at the binder, in the binder structure, than versus just your document list. So, anyways, this again is a work in progress feature. This is not in production. I don't have a timeline for it. Hopefully soon, but I also want to make sure that we get it right when we put it out there and we don't mess up people's documents. So it may take a little time for this to see the light of day. So, anyways, I think that's about it for right now. I'm going to try to do these updates a little more frequently and actually include audio with them going forward. No promises, because life is busy. So, anyways, I think most of you know how to reach me. You can find me on Reddit as user IVELD, IVELD. I'm also on the Discord of Many Things with the same username. Feel free to reach out if you have any questions or if you'd like to chat. Thanks.